Hello and welcome to the Patient First Podcast. I am your host, Dr. Bryan Laskin, where we, of course, are looking to increase the influence of today's engaged dentists. And today, I'm going to talk a little bit differently, a little bit more personal today. I've been cogitating, ruminating, contemplating, because it's coming into the holiday season, right? And I've been working hard. I need a break. And I've been thinking kind of over the last year, as we're hopefully coming out of this pandemic. It sure looks like we are, which I'm grateful for. But, the last almost 6 months ago, actually exactly 6 months ago to the day, I sold Opera DDS. For those of you that don't know, it's a patient engagement solution where we innovated a lot of things in dentistry, particularly intra-office communication, secure email, paperless forms, and I sold it to Vine Dental, which is a great company that I'm very proud about. And I'm, I've technically retired twice now, and I'm working really hard. So I've been thinking about it, and so just got to recap a little bit of my story, because it may mirror some of your story, or at least lead to a conclusion that I hope you will lead to by the end of this podcast. But I had about 3 years ago two dental practices. I had grown from 800 square feet in a little 2.5 operatory practice where I sanded the wallpaper off myself because I was too cheap. Actually didn't have the money to hire a painter. So luckily it was a small place because I remodeled it myself, and we grew it to 2 locations. This building that I'm in right now, which is over 8,000 square feet, and we had another location, like I said, we had over 15 operatories. We had 5 general dentists, an oral surgeon, an orthodontist, and it was a great organization with great people. I'm really proud of what we did growing that. And then about 3 years ago, sold it to Dental Care Alliance, DCA, so I could focus on developing technology. And for me, that was great. That was really, at that point, I didn't retire from dentistry. I still see patients, but I don't have to. So I see patients that I want to, friends, family, and special patients like that. But I did, for the most part, retire at that point 3 years ago. But I focused on developing, like I mentioned, Opera DDS, which is that patient engagement solution that I sold exactly 6 months ago. And at the time we sold it, it was used in over 18,000 dental practices. So it's actually probably the most popular software that a lot of people haven't heard of, because we grew it with a core team of 8 people. That includes the 3 developers. It was really a homegrown, typical entrepreneurial story of somebody solving problems in their own business, and in this case in our practices, that you then solve it for other people too. And it kind of grew like a vine. And so we sold it to Vine Dental, which I'm super proud of, and I'm just so excited because they have great people doing great things over there, and I think it has a wonderful future, and I'm excited to be a small part of helping them, sort of from the outside as a fan looking in, but really excited about what's going on with Opera, just like I am with my office. I think that the wonderful care that we tried to engender at my practice is going on strong, and it's lived beyond sort of my leadership now a little bit, even though I do have a leadership role in my practice and a little bit in the organization. I think it's been fun to watch those grow. However, over the last couple weeks, really few weeks, I've come to a realization that in the tortoise versus hare race, I'm a hare. And a lot of the companies that I work with are large organizations, and I work with some of the great large organizations in dentistry. But we see the world differently, and there's nothing wrong with being a hare or being a tortoise, but it's hard for them to run the same race. That's what the whole story is about. And so I've been taking a step back, going, why am I running with some of these tortoises when I'm a hare, and why am I basically when you take a step back, why am I working so damn hard? I've really retired twice, and I'm doing more than I ever have. Now I think it's more focused, and I think we're really going to be doing some great things, as you'll see over the next several months. But since I sold Opera DDS, we've rebranded and done. We're doing a lot with my therapeutic virtual reality platform, Digital Nitrous, which used to be called Opera VR. Launched Upgrade Dental, which is what hosts this podcast, the Patient First podcast, which is new since I retired my second time. We're launching Tooth Apps, which is an amazing platform that I'm really excited about. It's the App Store for dentistry, so it replaced, if you think about it, the Apple App Store, the Google Play Store, where you can add applications and they just work on your phone. We're doing that, but for dentistry, and I think we're going to be doing a lot of great things there. Abundance, which is I've talked about on this podcast before, and I will be again soon, I'm sure. But it's a dashboard that shows you not just your metrics, but how profitable you are, the value of your practice, and then automates training for those who need it. If you have a hygienist whose case acceptance goes down, we can send him or her directly to training. Dental Standards Institute, which is the standard development organization that I lead, that is focused on innovation and patient advocacy in dentistry. And I wrote a book, The Patient First Manifesto. If you don't have a copy, you can get a free copy at patientfirstbook.com. All you have to do is pay for shipping, and you can get a copy of the book that tells you how to build the practice of your dreams. And so I've been busy. I've been doing all this stuff, and I was wondering, why am I doing all of this? Why am I working so hard? And the answer is really twofold. I love innovation, and dentistry is the best. I mean, I really think that, I at my core am an innovator, and I have some interests outside of dentistry, but I love dentistry. And that's what I've been thinking about this week, that if you talk to the vendors or the salespeople or the engineers, or the dentists that are positive, right, that have a thriving practice and probably do the types of things that we talk about in the Patient First Manifesto, where they're meeting patients where they are, addressing patients' concerns, I think you can't have a better industry. Dentistry, people don't leave. The salesperson who works for, pick the large company in dentistry that's successful, could work in any industry. But have you noticed that your salespeople, that if they may switch companies, they'll go from company A in dentistry to company B, but they typically stay in dentistry. And that is not normal. And I think the reason why is also twofold. The reason why is that we help people. We have a greater purpose. Dentistry is a phenomenal industry to be in if you help people. I'm sure everybody pretty much listening today probably went into dentistry to help people. And I think we have great opportunities to do that directly every day, which feels good and gives you a great purpose. Frankly, I don't know how people who work at tobacco companies, maybe they think they're helping people, right? But I mean, I think people who are not helping people every day when they go to work, I don't understand that wiring, as I'm sure probably a lot of people who are listening today don't. I mean, that's why one of the major reasons why I went into dentistry was to help people and be able to see it every day when I'm helping people. And I think that's a huge reason. The second reason is that we have the best people. If you look at dental professionals, I think we have the best people in dentistry. We have caring people. We have people who are focused on helping others, like I said, and also that work as a team, usually very effectively. And I think those are two very strong reasons to love the industry that we're in. I think if you hop on any Facebook group, or if you go on like Dental Town, which is a great community, you'll see dental professionals helping each other. And that's rare. If you see somebody who's new to dentistry, like a new person, let's say a new marketing company, this is where I see it. A marketing company comes to dentistry, and they're gonna sell every dentist their SEO product, right? What they talk about is differentiating from like getting better than your competitors. And I don't think that in dentistry, most of us view each other as competition. Like I said, on Dental Town, you'll hear dentists who are just on there helping each other all day long. You don't see that in other industries where people are helping each other nearly as much. And I think it's because we just have the best people and we're looking to help each other out. And and yet it's still a very good business to be in. And I think it's great. So this podcast is basically my affirmation to myself and hopefully to you that we are in a fantastic industry. And I think it is the best time to be in dentistry. I think we have so many opportunities, so many latent opportunities to reach more people and elevate our care. I think when I got out of dental school 20 years ago, doing good dentistry was actually kind of hard, and now it is not as hard, nearly as hard, to do good dentistry. Exceptional dentistry, yes, but doing good dentistry, doing all ceramic crowns that don't break is not hard right now, and it used to be when I got out of dental school. So I think delivering great results and helping people every day is getting easier and easier. So it's the best time to be a dentist ever, and hopefully you feel that too. And hopefully you will come back and listen to some more Patient First podcasts so I can keep doing what I love to do, which is helping dentists like yourselves elevate the profession and innovate, raise the game, and increase the influence of all of the engaged dentists that are listening today. Thank you very much, and I look forward to seeing you on another podcast.